My beloved child, come closer and sit with me for a moment. I know your heart is tender right now, and I know there is a part of you that is afraid of what I am about to say. Still, I ask you not to turn away. Do not close your spirit. Do not harden your heart. This will hurt, yes, but it will not harm you. It will wound only what needs to be healed. It will shake only what cannot remain. I speak to you not to break you, but to free you. I see the tears you hide when no one is watching. I hear the prayers you whisper late at night when your voice trembles and your faith feels thin. I know how badly you want clarity, how deeply you long for certainty, how exhausted you are from waiting and wondering. You keep asking me the same question in different ways, hoping the answer will change. You keep hoping that love will hurry, that confusion will end, that what feels divided will suddenly become whole. My child, I have not been silent because I am cruel. I have been silent because you were not yet ready to hear the truth beneath your hope. Hear me now with a heart that trusts me. Yes, He loves you. Do not doubt that. I would not allow your heart to feel what it feels if there were no truth in it. I do not plant deception in my children. What you sensed was real. What you felt was not imagined. His care, His pull toward you, the way His Spirit recognized yours, those things were not accidents. But love alone is not the whole story, and this is where the pain begins. She remains, not because you are lacking. Not because you are second choice. Not because you are unworthy or invisible. She remains because there are unfinished attachments, unresolved wounds, and soul ties that have not yet been surrendered to me. She remains because He has not fully released what no longer fits His future. She remains because fear is louder than courage right now. And my child, I know how deeply this hurts you, because it feels like love should be enough to make someone choose fully and immediately. But love that has not been healed cannot choose rightly. You keep asking me why I would let you love someone who is not yet free. You wonder why I would allow your heart to open if the door seems blocked. Listen to me carefully now. I did not give you this love to trap you. I gave it to reveal truth. I gave it to awaken you. I gave it to show you how deeply you can feel, how powerfully you can love, and how important it is that love meets you with clarity, not confusion. There is a reason your spirit feels restless. There is a reason peace slips away when you think too long about Him. There is a reason your joy feels interrupted instead of multiplied. That is not love maturing, that is love waiting in a place it was never meant to live. I never designed love to keep you anxious, unsure, or half-fed. Love from me brings peace even when it requires patience. What you are experiencing now is not patience alone, it is tension. I need you to understand something sacred and true. You cannot heal what He refuses to face. You cannot love Him into freedom. You cannot sacrifice yourself enough to earn His clarity. That is not your assignment. That is not your burden. And that is not the price of love I ask my children to pay. I see how you excuse the silence. I see how you explain away the distance. I see how you soften the truth so it hurts less. You tell yourself that timing is the only problem, that circumstances are the enemy, that if you just wait a little longer everything will align. But my child, waiting without peace is not faith, it is self-abandonment. I do not call you to disappear while someone else figures out their heart. This is the part that will sting, so hold my hand as I say it. Love that keeps you hidden, postponed, or uncertain is not ready to receive you. Even if the feelings are real. Even if the connection is deep. Even if the future could be beautiful someday. A someday that costs you your present peace is too expensive. Do not confuse potential with promise. Do not confuse affection with availability. Do not confuse chemistry with covenant. I am a God of order, not confusion. When something is from me and ready, it may challenge you, but it will not torment you. You are not wrong for loving him. You are not foolish. You are not weak. But you must be brave enough to love yourself the way I love you. And that means telling the truth instead of clinging to hope that keeps you stuck. I know you are afraid that letting go, even emotionally, means losing him forever. I know you fear that if you step back, everything will disappear. But hear me clearly, what is truly meant for you cannot be lost by obedience. What is truly from me will not require you to shrink, beg, or wait indefinitely in pain. If he is meant to return to you whole and free, he will do so when he has faced what he is avoiding. And if he does not, I will not leave you empty-handed. I will lead you to a love that does not hesitate to choose you. You ask me why I am not fixing this faster. My child, I am protecting you while you learn to listen to me over your longing. I am teaching you discernment, not punishment. I am teaching you that being chosen halfway is not being chosen at all. I am teaching you that you deserve a love that meets you in the open, not in the shadows of unresolved pasts. Let this truth settle gently into your spirit. You are not called to compete with another woman's place in someone's heart. You are not called to wait while someone decides if they are ready for you. You are not called to accept crumbs of reassurance while offering the fullness of your soul. That is not humility, that is forgetting who you are. I formed you with intention. I placed depth in your heart and light in your spirit. I did not do all of that so you could be an option someone circles back to when it is convenient. You are not a pause. You are not a backup. You are not a maybe. You are a gift, and gifts are either received with honor or released with honesty. This is where your healing begins, even though it feels like loss. Healing often starts when you stop waiting for someone else to become ready and start becoming ready yourself, for peace, for clarity, for a love that does not hurt like this. Trust me when I say this, nothing you release in obedience will leave you poorer. Nothing you surrender to me will leave you unloved. I see the future you cannot see yet, and I promise you, it does not require you to stay in a place that breaks your spirit. Stay with me. Let me hold you through this ache. Let me untangle hope from attachment. Let me remind you, again and again, that you are deeply loved, fully seen, and never forgotten. What hurts now will not always hurt. What confuses you now will not always confuse you. And one day, you will look back and thank me for speaking the truth to you when you needed it most, even when it hurt. I am with you. My child, breathe with me for a moment. Let what I have already spoken sink deeper, because I am not finished with you yet. I know your heart is tired from holding so much at once, hope and pain, faith and disappointment, love and restraint. You feel as though you are standing still while everything inside you is moving too fast. I want you to know this. I am not rushing you, and I am not abandoning you. I am walking at the pace your healing requires. You keep wondering if you did something wrong to arrive here. You replay conversations, moments, silences, and small signs, asking yourself where it shifted, where it weakened, where it slipped out of alignment. My beloved, not every delay is a mistake. And not every ache is a failure. Some things hurt simply because they are honest. You are hurting because you see clearly now, not because you loved incorrectly. There is something sacred I need you to understand. When I allow you to feel deeply, it is because I trust your heart to survive truth. I do not give clarity to destroy hope, I give it to anchor you in reality. You are not losing love, you are being separated from illusion. And though illusion can feel comforting at first, it always collapses eventually. I am sparing you a deeper collapse later by allowing this pain now. You sense that he is torn. You feel the push and pull, the closeness followed by distance, the warmth followed by retreat. This inconsistency is not accidental. It is the manifestation of an inner conflict he has not yet resolved. And my child, unresolved inner wars always spill into relationships. This is why I caution you not to take his confusion personally. It is not a reflection of your worth, it is a reflection of his unfinished healing. Still, I know knowing this does not erase the ache. Knowledge does not always soothe the heart immediately. That is why I am asking you to lean into me rather than into explanations. Stop trying to understand him more than you understand yourself. Stop studying his silence instead of listening to your own spirit. I have placed wisdom inside you, and it has been speaking, but you have been quieting it because the truth felt too heavy to accept. You are afraid that if you stop reaching, everything will fade. But my child, what requires constant chasing is not anchored. What is meant to stay will not vanish because you step back in obedience. I am teaching you how to love without losing yourself. I am teaching you how to care without clinging. These lessons are painful, yes, but they are also powerful. They will serve you far beyond this moment. Do not mistake your ability to endure pain for a calling to remain in it. You are strong, but strength is not permission to suffer endlessly. I did not design you to be resilient so you could tolerate neglect. I designed you to be resilient so you could walk away from what diminishes you and still stand whole. You ask me in quiet moments if you should wait or let go. Hear me gently now. This is not about forcing a decision today, this is about releasing the pressure to pause your life for someone else's uncertainty. Waiting with peace is different from waiting in pain. If your waiting costs you joy, sleep, self-respect, and clarity, then you are no longer waiting, you are stuck. And I do not keep my children stuck. There is a holy difference between hope and attachment. Hope trusts me. Attachment clings to outcomes. Hope allows me to work in ways you cannot control. Attachment tries to manage what only I can transform. Right now, I am inviting you back into hope, hope that is rooted in me. Not in his readiness or decisions. I know you still pray for him. I know you still care. That does not make you weak, it makes you human. But I am asking you to shift the way you love him, from a place of longing to a place of surrender. Pray for his healing, yes, but do not place your future inside his process. Lay him at my feet and take your hands off what you cannot carry. Let me ask you something, my child. When you imagine love, does it look like this constant ache? Does it look like uncertainty and restraint and quiet disappointment? Or does it look like rest, safety, mutual choosing, and peace? I planted that second vision inside you for a reason. It is not unrealistic. It is not too much. It is simply not found where someone is still emotionally occupied elsewhere. I need you to trust me when I say this. You are not behind. Your life is not delayed. You have not missed your moment. What feels like waiting is actually preparation. I am strengthening your boundaries. I am sharpening your discernment. I am teaching you the difference between intensity and intimacy. These lessons will protect you in the future from giving your heart to places that cannot fully hold it. Stay soft, but do not stay silent with yourself. Honor what you feel without letting it rule you. You can love and still step back. You can care and still choose peace. You can release control without releasing faith. None of this means you stop believing in love. It means you start believing that love should also choose you. I am still speaking. I am still guiding. And I am still holding you, even in the moments when you feel empty-handed. This is not the end of your story. This is the part where your heart learns its value. My beloved, I am still here, closer than your breath, nearer than the ache in your chest. Do not rush past this moment. Do not numb yourself or distract your heart. Sit with me, even in the discomfort, because this is where truth settles and strength is born. You have been carrying a quiet fear that no one else knows, the fear that if this love does not become what you hoped, then maybe this kind of connection will never come again. You worry that what you felt was rare, that your heart opened in a way it may never open again, and that letting go means closing yourself off forever. My child, hear me clearly now. I am not limited. Love is not scarce in my hands. I do not give you one glimpse of connection and then leave you to starve. What I have for you is not a single moment, it is a future. What you felt was a glimpse of your capacity, not the final destination. It was a revelation of how deeply you can love, how intuitively you connect, how generously your heart pours out. That capacity did not come from him, it came from me. And because it came from me, it cannot be taken away if this chapter changes. I know you have been blaming yourself for feeling too much. You tell yourself that maybe you were too open, too available, too sincere. You wonder if loving less would have hurt less. My child, do not regret the purity of your heart. Do not shrink the very thing I delight in. The problem was never that you loved deeply, the pain came from loving where depth could not yet be matched. That is not a flaw in you, it is a mismatch in readiness. You are learning something essential right now, even if it feels like loss. You are learning how to recognize when love is asking you to abandon yourself. You are learning that connection without commitment drains the soul. You are learning that chemistry without clarity creates confusion. These lessons will save you in the future, even though they hurt in the present. I see how you still look for signs. I see how your heart lifts at small gestures and sinks at long silences. I see how you keep hoping for reassurance that does not fully come. My child, I do not want you living from emotional breadcrumbs. I do not want your mood, your worth, or your peace rising and falling based on someone else's inconsistency. That is not the life I designed for you. Let me say this gently, because I know how tender you are right now. If someone truly has space for you, you will not have to wonder where you stand. If someone is ready to love you, you will not feel like you are interrupting their life. Love that is aligned does not leave you guessing. It may move slowly, but it moves clearly. It may face obstacles, but it does not hide behind them. You are not being punished by this situation. You are being protected. Imagine if you had ignored the unrest in your spirit and forced yourself to stay, hoping things would change while slowly losing yourself. Imagine how much more it would have hurt to build dreams on an unstable foundation. I am intervening now because I care too much about you to let that happen. There is a grief that comes with accepting reality. Allow yourself to feel it. Do not rush to be strong or faithful in a way that denies your humanity. I am not disappointed by your tears. I am not threatened by your questions. Bring them all to me. Let me hold the disappointment with you. Let me sit with you in the silence where expectations are dissolving. This grief is not weakness, it is honesty. At the same time, do not let sorrow convince you that this pain defines your future. This is a chapter, not the whole book. What feels like an ending is actually a refinement. I am clearing space in your heart, not leaving it empty. I am removing confusion so peace can take its place. You will one day thank yourself for choosing self-respect over longing. You will look back and see how brave it was to step away from what felt good but was not good for you. You will see how this moment sharpened your discernment and strengthened your boundaries. And when the right love comes, one that is present, available, and free, you will recognize it not by intensity alone, but by peace. Trust me with the timing. Trust me with the outcome. Trust me with your heart. I have not misled you, and I will not abandon you now. I am still working, even in ways you cannot yet see. Rest your heart in me tonight. You do not need to solve everything. You do not need to decide everything. Just stay open, stay honest, and stay close to me. I will guide you step by step. My precious child, remain with me. Do not drift away in your thoughts. Do not let fear write conclusions I have not spoken. I am still unfolding this truth gently, carefully, because your heart matters to me more than quick understanding. I know there is a part of you that still whispers, what if he changes? What if she leaves? What if this pain has meaning because love will win in the end? These questions do not make you weak, they reveal your hope. But hope must be anchored in me, not suspended in another person's potential. When hope is tied to someone who is undecided, it becomes heavy instead of life-giving. Listen closely now. If he were truly free, you would not feel this constant tightening in your spirit. You would not need to interpret his moods or read between his words. You would not feel like you are waiting for permission to be loved fully. Freedom in love feels expansive, not restrictive. It allows you to breathe, not brace yourself. You keep asking me why your heart recognized his so strongly if this is not the final place for your love. My child, recognition does not always mean destination. Sometimes it means preparation. Sometimes it means awakening. Sometimes it means contrast, so you can clearly see what aligns and what does not. I allow certain connections to awaken your soul so you never again settle for less than you deserve. Do not shame yourself for wanting him to choose you. That desire is natural. But I need you to release the belief that his choosing determines your worth. Your worth was established long before he entered your life. It was sealed when I formed you with intention, when I breathed life into you, when I called you mine. No delay, no hesitation, no divided heart can diminish that truth. I see how this situation has pulled you inward. You have questioned your intuition, your discernment, even your prayers. You have wondered if you heard me correctly. Hear me now. You did hear me, but you heard a part of the story, not the whole. I reveal truth in layers, because revealing it all at once would overwhelm you. What you knew then was enough for that moment. What you know now is enough for this one. There is something important I want you to release. Stop waiting for closure that only another person can give. Closure does not always come through explanation or apology. Sometimes it comes through acceptance. Sometimes it comes when you stop asking why and start saying this is what is. That shift will feel quiet, but it will restore your power. I know you are afraid that stepping back means becoming cold or closed off. It does not. Boundaries do not harden your heart, they protect it. Distance does not mean you stop loving, it means you stop bleeding. You can care without staying emotionally entangled in someone else's unresolved story. Let me tell you something tender. I am not asking you to erase him from your heart overnight. Healing does not work that way. I am asking you to stop building your future around someone who is still living in the past. There is a difference. One is cruel to yourself, the other is wise. You are entering a season where I am restoring your sense of self. You will begin to feel lighter again. You will laugh without forcing it. You will wake up without that immediate heaviness in your chest. This will not happen all at once, but it will happen if you keep choosing truth over fantasy, peace over longing, obedience over fear. Do not underestimate what I am doing in you right now. While it feels like you are losing something, you are actually gaining clarity, strength, and self-respect. These are not small gifts. They will shape every relationship you have going forward, and hear this promise carefully, because it comes straight from my heart to yours. I will not allow your capacity for love to go unmet. I will not leave you in a story where you are always waiting, always unsure, always half-held. Whether it is through transformation or redirection, I will lead you to a love that meets you fully, freely, and openly. If he returns one day healed and whole, you will know because his actions will be clear and his heart undivided. You will not need to guess. And if that day never comes, I will still fulfill every longing I placed inside you, just not in a way that costs you your peace. For now, let this be enough. You are not abandoned, you are not forgotten, and you are not foolish for loving. You are learning. You are growing. You are becoming more aligned with the life I am preparing for you. Stay close to me in this season. Let me be the voice you listen to when doubt gets loud. Let me be the comfort you reach for when loneliness tries to convince you to settle. I am steady. I am faithful. And I am leading you somewhere good, my beloved child. Come and rest here at the end of this long conversation between your heart and mine. You have listened bravely. You have stayed present even when the truth felt heavy. I am proud of you for not turning away, for letting the light touch places that were sore and hidden. Now let me speak peace over you, slowly and completely. You are not leaving this season empty. Even if it feels that way right now, even if your hands feel open and unsure, I promise you they are not empty. They are being prepared to hold something healthier, something clearer, something that will not wound you the way confusion has. What is leaving is not love, it is misalignment. What is ending is not your story, it is a chapter that taught you discernment. I know there is still sadness in you. I know part of you will miss what you hoped for, what you imagined, what you prayed might become real. Allow that sadness to exist without judging yourself. Let it move through you instead of settling inside you. Grief does not mean you lack faith, it means you cared deeply. And caring deeply is never something I ask you to regret. Do not rush yourself into being okay. Healing is not a performance. It is a process. Some days you will feel strong and clear. Other days you will feel the ache return without warning. On those days, come to me again. Do not go back to old patterns for comfort. Do not reach for familiar pain just because it feels known. Let me be your refuge now. You will notice something changing quietly within you. Your thoughts will begin to soften. The urgency will fade. The constant analyzing will slow. You will start choosing yourself in small ways, resting more, saying no when you need to, honoring what your body and spirit ask for. These are signs of healing. Do not overlook them. I want you to remember this truth whenever doubt tries to return. Love that is meant for you will not ask you to disappear while it figures itself out. It will not keep you suspended in uncertainty. It will not make you question your value. The love I am preparing for you will meet you with clarity, effort, and peace. It will not be perfect, but it will be present. It will not confuse you, but reassure you. You are stepping into a season of alignment. This does not mean everything will happen immediately. It means your heart and my will are coming back into harmony. It means you are learning to trust my timing more than your longing. It means you are finally releasing what cannot walk with you into what comes next. Let go without bitterness. Let go without closing your heart. Let go knowing that obedience is not loss when I am the one leading you forward. I do not take things away to punish you. I remove them when they are blocking what is better. And hear me say this one last time, gently and firmly, so it settles deep within you. You are deeply loved. Not because of who chooses you, but because of who I am. You are seen. You are valued. You are safe with me. Your future is not fragile. It is held. Walk forward now, one step at a time. You do not need to look back. I will take care of what you release. I will take care of what you cannot control. You only need to stay open, stay honest, and stay close to me. This chapter is closing, yes, but your life is opening. And what is ahead will not require you to suffer to be loved. I am with you. Always.